LBR just leaked everything coming into 2026, and even the owner was giving massive leaks. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about everything and then showing you clips of the owner talking about some secrets that you probably don't even know that's coming into LBR. Also, guys, it's Valentine's Day, and I don't even know what these presents are, but I'm going to be opening them, and hopefully I get something pretty cool. This video is going to be absolutely insane. If you miss any part of this video, you're going to be like, what else is talking about? Guys, make sure to like and subscribe because it's Valentine's Day, but you might be watching this on the day after Valentine's Day, or maybe like in 10 years from now, but like and subscribe, please. If you guys love UGG, obviously just like and subscribe because, like, you know. Join the Discord and link in the description because why not? Also, go check out the UGGmas. Did I just say the UGGmas merch? That was Christmas. Go check out the UGG merch. Oh my gosh. Go check out the UGG merch in the link in the description. It's on a massive sale right now. Buy the merch. That really helps with the channel, and it's really high quality merch, and I love wearing it. So go check it out in the link in the description. Find the secret word in today's video, and you could have a chance of getting the shout out in the next video. Let's get right into this video now. Okay, well, first thing we gotta do in today's video, guys, what is this, bro? I want to open my present, bro. Well, my Valentine present. Dude, I guess they forgot I have my mustard the cookie t-shirt right here that you guys could claim for if you meet me in game. But it's kind of there. But let's open this. Oh, it's just like Christmas. Okay, you just get a bunch of gold. Okay, 5 gold per gold you get. Okay, wait, let me just claim all this, guys. I want to get all that gold. Dude, oh my gosh, there's so much gold. Dude, they should just make it so it's one piece of gold that's worth all this. Now I gotta get every single piece of gold, bro. What if I get a secret present somewhere? Okay, well, there's so much gold, bro. What the Sigma, bro? Okay, we gotta open this one as well, guys. Okay, I'll open this one, and then we'll save the other ones for later, because I don't want to, like, bore you guys with just getting a bunch of gold, you know? Okay, and then obviously we gotta take this guy off, put him back on. I don't know why I have that dinosaur there, but it's kind of my day one dinosaur, kind of, not really. But what we're gonna be doing is obviously talking about the upcoming updates in VR. So I'm gonna put the roadmap on screen right now. If you guys can see that gives us a very bland, it tells us what's coming in 2026, but what I'm going to be showing you guys in today's video is owner actually talking about it, because owner of VR actually was talking about it and explaining in detail what is going to be coming and what are things, like more detail and some other secret things that weren't on the roadmap. So it's actually pretty good video, because the owner's literally going to be telling you a bunch of stuff, because the roadmap just kind of gives you a picture. Yeah, it says fishing update, it also says ocean map, but what is going to be the ocean map? What is going to be the fishing map? So he explains everything, like all the new mechanics, how it's going to work, like everything. So this video I'm about to show you is going to be absolutely insane, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because it was pretty good of him, like, just yapping about the upcoming updates and stuff. Okay, but guys, make sure to find the secret word hidden in the video, because if you find it, you could have a chance of getting a shout out in the next video. So watch the whole thing through. But before we get into today's video, I think my favorite part of the roadmap, I don't know, I think it's gonna be the ocean map. I think hopefully the ocean map is really cool, because I'm actually excited for that. But without further ado, let's get on to the video
that are going to be coming soon, so you won't always know exactly what's going to happen when you go down there. Should be for about the same amount of nugs, but they'll just be variants of different fun games. The Dragodon's coming soon. I've got a cool, let's see what, oh, that's not the Dragodon. I'm going to close these. This is kind of the sketch of what the Dragodon more or less is going to look like. This is the Dimorphosugus, which is coming. I haven't even watched this video, but got this literally 3 minutes ago. So this is the first iteration of the Dimorphosugus, which is like those little raptors that you see in Jurassic World that kind of like attack a lady and pick her up and stuff, and like bite her with the big heads. So this one you'll actually be riding on the back as opposed to the front. So this will still be a glider type, but this is the dinosaur coming next week. So that'll be coming with the weapons. So I'm a little ahead of myself. After the Dragodon update, we have a pretty cool like variant package that'll be coming with that bundle. And then we'll have the Balrog battle. And I'm gonna share this. I'm sharing a lot more for this short-term stuff because I actually have assets. After this, we're gonna blow through this roadmap a lot quicker. But this is me sharing my screen of my other PC. I have 2 computers, so I'm gonna try and navigate through this. But the Balrog battle, which the Balrog, I'm not sure from a legal standpoint. We're working on naming and what's possible. Let me show you where preview go. Oh, there's. This is gonna be the boss here. We'll cover that. Oh my gosh. So that's the Titan that you're gonna be fighting in this area that I'm gonna be sharing with you here now. And the new volcano map. So obviously tomorrow we have the Crystal Cave coming, but we're already working on the next update. So this will be returning. There'll be a pretty cool entrance with like a big giant skull that's kind of like archway, an archway here. So this is more layout than it is like actually designed, but should seem familiar for those of you who like the volcano map. Should also be a good combo of like good for land-based dinos as well as gliders. So you do want to have probably a mixture of the two to achieve this. You'll come in here. This is going to be much more of like a nest than it is just like a giant rock, and the egg will be in the middle. So it'll feel like a combination of the Magmadon battle, as well as the Flaptor chase. So you have the big egg in the middle that you'll be trying to kill, but you're really exposed in this one, and the Balaragon, that dude that I showed you here. Let's see. This guy will be in here wreaking havoc on you, as well as lava coming from the ceiling, coming from the ground. Yeah, so it'll definitely feel different than the Flaptor, but it basically is going to be the Flaptor plus the Magmadon battle with a few other twists. And then you'll have like this little escape hatch that you'll have to get out of, as you know, the tunnel that we have exiting the current volcano. And then this shield here will make it so that you actually have to wait until the encounter is done. But you can't just go through the easy tunnel and bypass everything this time. Sorry guys, I know that was a fun hack with the volcano map, but that is a very much work in progress update to the volcano map. Now, just to be clear, this is not coming until like March. So for those of you that are making a video and saying all of this stuff is coming in tomorrow's update, the only thing coming in tomorrow's update is we are reopening the Crystal Cave with the Crystodon, and everything else that I'm talking about today is in the future, including the Dimorphosugus, the weapons, and everything else. So I am now going to put away my PC and close that up. I've got to switch my mouse. Hold on. All right, and I'm going to start cranking through this a little bit faster now because most of this stuff is just concept. So we will be bringing back Pig Valley. It'll be there, but we're going to have a similar Betsy type experience where or encounter where you get to fight a giant pig occasionally and get all kinds of loot. Should be really fun. It'll again feel different enough from Betsy, so you'll probably have a favorite between the two, but also it serves the same purpose. And so and we'll be alternating between those usually every like 3 to 4 weeks. I think is the idea. Plushies, we're working on them. It's going to be the Carnotuggus for now. That's the plan. I've got some cool updated images from the creators of that. I can't really share those quite yet, I don't think, but we should be landing on a place soon where I hopefully can share those with you. Okay, pouchies. I'm excited about this. They've been needed some love for a long time. This pouchie is going to be like a perma pouchie that lives in your hut. Think of it as like the Triceratops, and it'll be a storage. So if you want to keep, if you saved up to buy like a Gatling gun, you can take a Gatling gun, stick it in his mouth. Next time you come into a lobby, you'll have your Gatling gun. You don't have to buy it every single time. So then you can transfer it between lobbies and everything. So he's going to be a pouchie that's actually in your hut. Super useful. Hope you guys are excited about that. I am. It's been something we've been wanting to do for a long time. This dude, if you can tell, let's see, I'll get a little closer in here. He looks just like the tar pit. So the idea for him is that he's basically, if you feed him anything, loot-wise, he'll automatically consume it and it'll convert to bones. So you don't have to bring stuff all the way back every single time. So this should make for looting bones, make it much, much easier. And then this dude, if we can make it work, we have some grenades that we've made. I kind of like the idea of him being able to basically spit out weapons. So instead of you like feeding him stuff, or when you feed him stuff, instead of him storing it, he like munches it and converts it into like a bomb or like a grenade, and then he pulls his tongue and then he like launches it out. So especially with gliders, I feel like that'd be a really fun mechanic. But that's just some of the things. There's a few other pouchy ideas we have, and obviously just revamping the pouchies in general. I know that there's some outlier bugs that are still there, so sorry about all that. We are working on it, I promise. All right, that's the first line. Again, I'm going to be moving through these faster before I go any further. Tara, Yum Yum, anything that I'm missing in the questions or that you guys have questions on or things I should stop and clarify before I go any further?
I think it's good. I'm personally really excited for the plushies, but
oh yeah, for sure. Me too.
The pouches are my favorite.
Nice. Yeah, there's some good ones coming up. All right, Boneyard is coming back. There will be a summer version of the Boneyard. Planning on bringing the Triceratops back for Halloween, but for now you'll have like a new and improved Boneyard, but all the things that you love about it will be there. It'll just be a different Titan. So that'll be coming. We do have Dino Dogs on the roadmap as well. The idea here is that at your hut, again, you'll be able to get a specific dog dino unlocked that will basically dig for bones and give you bones when you come back. So similar to how you can like get XP in the nests, you'll get bones when you're gone and come back, and if you've given him enough time, he'll be sitting there with his bones that you can collect from him, and then he'll go search for more. So love this idea and hope that that should be coming a little bit before summer is the plan right now. So as you guys know, we've been talking about this for a long time. Swimming dinos, they got to come. We've got some really fun ideas for the maps. Obviously, we've got to nail the swimming mechanics, not just of the dinosaurs, but of the Uggs. So actively, we're doing research for that and making some tests to make sure it feels right. We're thinking of inverting the arms and the elbows stuff. So I've got a developer on that now, just so it looks more like a swimming, almost like a turtle, like how a turtle's arms are inverted to push back. So that's how we're thinking it'll look, and we've got that kind of set up right now and testing it out. But the idea would be to finally give you guys the Spinosugus, which I know you've been asking for a long time, when we launch the swimming update. And because we're adding so much water and so much water map, we figured we'd be adding swimming as well. So we teased this little image a little bit ago when we were working on this. And we'll see how far we get with fishing. I have tons of fun ideas, and there's so many games out there. that have been made that have fun fishing mechanics. The bare minimum is you'll get a fishing pole and you'll be able to cast it, hang out. Obviously you'll get a random variety of fish that you'll be able to feed to your dino or throw in the tar pit. I'd love to have some sort of like proper like mini dino decks for that or something. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe a derivative, like a different version of the daily scavenger hunt, but for fishing, with better rewards and everything for that. I also love the idea of being able to like actually get a dinosaur egg or a dinosaur out of it, swimming dinosaurs and stuff. So lots of opportunities there. But it's got to come. Like we got to do it, obviously. And then the Mosasaurus battle, that's going to be the big Titan battle. And I have a lot of ideas for this, but we're not going to get into that now. But I'm really excited about that. So that's kind of the bare minimum, the three big things that will be coming with the swimming dino. So the initial swimming dinos update, just like we did the flying dinos, and then we'll add some more mechanics and stuff while we wrap up and open up the Mosasaurus type battle, and then that should be really fun with the ideas we have. So, and then obviously we'll have to do some sort of 4th of July event. Not 100% sure what it's going to be, but I like the Iguanodon idea for a flying dino. We'll have some back to school stuff. Obviously going to celebrate our 1st year anniversary. This next one, I want to like tell you more about it, and I'm not sure that this is the time to do it because I'm already taking a lot of time out of the Q&A part of this. But what I'm going to say is that a lot of you guys have been with us for a long time, and we don't want the game. We want the game to always feel like the things that make the game, the core bug, like what everyone has come to love. We want that to be there and intact forever. We also want to make sure that new players have a way to experience the game and to do more with their dino collections. And so all of this that you're seeing here will likely take place not in Ugtopia. So Ugtopia will still be there in its same thing where the Crystal Cave is coming and going, the volcano map, the flying volcano map, the water maps, the Cow Valley, Pig Valley, all of these will continue to swap out, and that's where you'll get your dinosaurs, that's where you'll level up your dinosaurs. But when you want to train your dinosaurs, when you want to battle against other players, when you want to evolve your dinosaurs, that's going to be something that you have to kind of basically level up to be able to access, and then you're going to go access all of these things together in a space other than Autopia. It also allows it to not be overwhelming for new players who come in, but that core experience that you're all doing now will be there, and you'll still play it and have those same vibes that you've come to love and stuff. And so this is part of a bigger update. I put it in this roadmap between our 1st year anniversary and Halloween. I don't know if that's accurate. The further out all of these get, the less accurate they become. So please don't like yell at me after our 1 year anniversary, the day after our 1 year anniversary, and say like, hey, that Q&A back in February, you promised. We will try and make this all happen, but we are a small team and we got a lot of things going, so doing our best, I promise. But really excited about all this, and it's a big development, and it's probably someday I'll do a whole Q&A around that. Other than that, we got some fun ideas for what we're going to do with the boneyard and some proper like scary stuff. I loved this what is it called, the Goblodon. I love this Goblodon design from one of our talented artists, and then having a proper Santa Claus bundle just seems like a slam dunk, but we're not even sure which dinosaur that's going to be. But obviously we're going to do something with Christmas. We're going to bring the Cryodon back, probably going to have the Chilodon be the alpha that's in the ice cave instead of the crystal cave, and just continue to make all of those. Every single time we bring it back, it's going to be just a little bit better. So it'll be better than it was last year for sure. You'll already see how much better the crystal cave is now than even the ice cave was last Christmas, and it's so much better than the original crystal cave too. So it's just every single map is going to get better and better, have a little bit of things here and there to polish it, make it more fun and exciting. Let me just make sure, I think that's everything I was going to share, so we can get into questions now. Let me just make sure there wasn't anything else. Oh yeah, I just wanted to share. I know you guys saw this already, but I love how this turned out. So awesome. So I know that this is already in the Discord and stuff, but I think one of my favorite times, and it looks amazing in game if you haven't seen it yet, like the crystal texture and everything. I don't know, I think we're just doing some pretty cool work. So yeah, that's everything. Always fun to share that stuff with you guys, and hopefully like I'm talking about stuff months out, and I know that sometimes like you guys are like, all I care about is what's live now or what's going on tomorrow, just because that's what you can actually access right now, and it's all just promises until it's actually in the game. So but we're planning, and we're doing everything we can to make this game as fun as possible. So hopefully you like that little tease of what's to come. Hopefully it helps you guys go out there and make some more content, and be excited for the future of UG. I know I am, and I just appreciate you guys continuing every single day to come back to the game. I mean, we're hitting over 200,000 users per day often. We've hit over 250,000 a couple times. Still a fraction of some of what the other games are doing, but metrics wise, everything we could have hoped for in the first year, we've already far surpassed surpassed. And so really, really grateful to you guys, and feel like things are going really well. Now that said, I know you guys have some questions. I know we're not always clear, and I know that you want the immediate game to be better. So let's get into some questions. I think we've got some today that address some concerns, but also have some really fun ideas that I'm excited to talk further about. So yeah.
Questions time. I'm excited.
Questions time.
Some of these are really thoughtful. I'm really excited to hear your answer. All right, so let's just dive right in. The Lionheart wants to know, can we get a friending system like Gorilla Tag where you can just join your friends in codes?
Yeah, that is also on the roadmap. It's not as like those types of things. We're almost adding one or two of those every single time, and sometimes you don't know that they're even happening. Like security measures for sure have been in there. Quality of life stuff, meaning like you'll notice in this update, for example, there's been times where you can't like switch weapons and then like give it to somebody else, like it deactivates it or something. So like we're fixing that kind of stuff all the time. We're adding small things. So that is on the roadmap. It's not featured here, but it's on our internal calendar. I don't want to put a date to that because again, it's like who knows, and it gets those kinds of things get moved around all the time. But it's a great question. Absolutely has to happen. It will happen before we officially launch. So my hope is that would be at least in the next year, if not, fairly soon, because it's a great thing that you guys need to be able to do. We want you to be able to hop in and basically just find your friends right away. So at the very least, I think it would come when all that big like evolution and PvP stuff happen, because there'll have to be some systems in place for you to have like your proper tribe and fight with people that you want to fight with and have teams and stuff. So all of that would at least come by then.
Everyone's still really excited about the fishing and like swimming updates. So the next question from Flex is, with the fishing mechanism, will you be able to trade those fish?
Yeah, I love that idea. My current thought would be only if it's like a proper egg or like rideable dinosaur. I've even considered like literally making it like a crappy little like thing that you mount, but it can't really move because it doesn't have arms or legs or anything. So it's like not a swimming dinosaur. It's just like a fish you can ride. It's just like a one-off hilarious thing to kind of try and collect all the variants of. So you'd be able to trade that one. But we would totally consider doing like a proper fish trading thing if we have some sort of collection in it. So short answer is I'm not positive. Depends on how elaborate our fishing becomes. But right now in my head, it's super elaborate. So yes.
Okay, next question. Will from Traffic PR, will you make a way to convert bones into nugs eventually?
I don't think we can do bones into nugs. I get this question a lot, and we have finally got somebody helping us out with actual like proper data analytics and stuff, and making sure we can balance the economy and tracking all this. We've been tracking all the stats, but there's so many things that we're following, we don't totally know what to do with. The problem with that is we sometimes kind of like, if we had that mechanic, then we couldn't do things like the cowbell for 1 million bones, because then people would equate the two. Like it would really suck to be like to just give an entire lobby like 1 million bones, and then they could just buy everything in the game right away because they happen to be in that lobby. So that's the only reason we kind of like can't. It would break a lot of things, and we like to have fun with the bones since they are kind of free currency. Also, there's always been the plan that there's going to be some sort of catastrophic event that's going to make you lose your bones. That wouldn't happen for a while, so don't worry about it, but there'd be a bone reset that might happen someday, and then that would be sad for people who are saving up their bones to convert them to nugs. The other way though, we can totally do and plan to do. So nugs to bones is a possibility for sure, but I know that's in less demand.
Okay, next question. Will the dragon have fire breath?
Okay, so that is that's a great question. A lot of the dinosaurs are currently being designed with power-ups in mind. So Dilophosaurus, obviously spitting something makes a lot of sense. The Ankylosaurus being able to tail whip was totally part of the plan. Those would come with dino training. So the Dragodon will not launch with fire breath. The Magmadon does not currently have like meteor breath or fire breath or anything like that. The Balrog will also not have fire breath at launch, but when we do that whole other map with evolution and dino training, that's when it would be able to do that. So not now, not at the launch of some of these dinosaurs, but long term, those things will be an option for sure.
Void asked, will you add dinos eventually that can climb? And by that, I mean grab onto surfaces and go upside down, or ones that can dig.
I love that idea. I mean, for those of you that know Monkey Do, are kind of our first big internal title at Continuum VR Studios. For the longest time, I was like, man, why? Like, I felt like our movement system that we had created was preferable because you could climb anything, anywhere, and launch yourself off of it. So, love the idea of having like a gecko type dinosaur that can like suction cup onto walls and grab everything. So, I love that idea. That is definitely my hope that eventually we'll be able to do that. We're deciding if after swimming we would do like a climbing dinosaur, or if we did like a digging into the earth dinosaur. So love the idea. Not on the roadmap currently, but very easily could be added to it.
Next question from Mama Coco. Will the Crystodon have 2 golden teeth like a Cryodon?
Yep, Crystodon does. There's this cool mechanic I'll tell you guys now because you're going to see it tomorrow anyways. It's kind of shrouded, so it's kind of shrouded in like crystals and rocks, like sleeping behind it as if it's like kind of caved in and kind of like rested over it. So you still will be able to go back and access the teeth. But since it's kind of covered, you can't just like spam it right away. You have to pull the teeth now. So you have to pull a tooth and you can't hit it until it's actually chasing you. So it is going to be a little bit harder, which is why it's a 1 in 20 chance instead of a 1 in 50. It's also going to be more rare, so you do want to have your buddies like ready to rock. So it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, 2 teeth, and then it does drop teeth and a giant rib cage as well. So I mean, it's going to be great if you get it. And for at least this weekend, you'll have a 1 in 10 chance. So I mean, if you want a Crystodon this weekend, chances are you're going to get one. Yeah.
Next question from Fuzzy Frog is going to stop updating in the future on Quest 2, because as a Quest 2 player, this idea really scares me.
Yeah, that one's kind of like a little bit out of our hands. We launched Monkey Do, the Quest 1 being compatible, but then I mean, I don't know if you guys even were like alive when the Quest 1 came out. Most like it feels like it was a decade ago, even though it really wasn't that long ago. But the Quest 1 isn't supported anymore by Meta or by most games. So it would only be at that point when it really like truly isn't working anymore, and it's been there for a long time. We don't plan to, and our game seems to work just fine for it. So I think there's still a lot of life in the Quest 2. So
I hope so too. Next question from Willie. Will you make it so if I mute a player, it'll actually mute them rather than hearing the mumbling sound? Which I know I complained about that because it shows up on a recording and I hate it.
Yes, yeah. So the idea is we'll probably have 3 toggles, and this should be something I add into the calendar sooner than later, but keeps getting pushed back. So the idea would be you push it once, it turns into what it currently is. You push it again, and it actually like makes it so you can't hear anything from them. And then if you push it again, you won't be able to see them either. So that's the plan. Just takes a little bit to do all 3 of those. The funny thing is that the way development works, we just did that literally as like a joke, and I was like, cool, this is better than what we had in mind, and then we just never had time to go back and do it properly. So it does just take time, but I can get it on the calendar. So short answer, yes. Long answer, I don't know exactly when. Should be
it's
soon.
funny the unintended consequences of that. Like, not really, you probably thought it was fun, but then you didn't think about creators recording the time. But
Exactly. It just made me laugh so hard, and I was like, oh my gosh, just keep that in there. That's hilarious. And then like 3 months later, we're like, oh my gosh, why did we leave that in there? So yeah.
All right, the next question's from Yiggy. Will there be a scavenger hunt for the Easter update?
Yeah, we got to do a proper Easter egg hunt, right? Dino egg hunt. So there will be. This is again where kind of like scope is still being determined on how well things go and everything. But I have somebody who's going to be working on it starting next week. So I'm hoping we can push that. Sometimes our developers and our artists are amazing and they get through stuff really quick, and then sometimes they have to get pulled off onto other things like updating the muting system, because I'm like, we got to just do it. So at the very least, there'll be something. I want it to be pretty fun, and I think most likely what you see for St. Patrick's Day, it'll be just an improved version of what you see there, because they'll be building that system, and then shortly after we'll be doing an Easter egg hunt. So
that Dice asks, are there going to be exclusive dinosaurs? Not limited, but exclusive. Basically, like they're only going to come out once and then never again.
I've wanted to do that for a long time, so I'd imagine at some point it'll make sense to do that. Probably like a pre-launch one where we give all you guys who've been playing the game since before launch like one chance to get a dinosaur, like kind of like the OG glasses or something similar to that. It'll be like an OG dino, so that for all of you guys who've been with us through early access, that's one place that I think of, but there's plenty of other chances where it's like, oh, this is it. This is the only time we get it, and then it's gone forever. So certainly think that'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
For now, we just want to make sure we have enough dinosaurs. Yeah.
Take had like a coming out of early access, like had a bundle or something. That'd be cool to have like a OG bundle. People.
Yeah, OG bundle / dinosaur that never comes back.
Remy says, can you please make it so that the glitch when someone leaves while having a dino on the table, like a trading table, it resets the table? It's really annoying. Also, can we have 2 trading tables?
Yeah, so I don't know, like some of you may have seen this in early like beta testing before we actually publicly launched. We had, I think, 3 tables at once, but with the amount of like duping going on and scams and stuff, the more tables you have, the more options you have the more ways you have to break it and scam people and everything. And so, man, we turned those off real quick, and we've just been scared to touch that thing ever since, just because we've got thousands of people in there trying to break things. It's been now a good chunk of time, and it's in a pretty stable spot, so I think we can revisit it. I want to redesign it, just like visually, not technically, but redesign the tables, put 2 of them out, and then fix simple things like that. We're scared to touch anything that might introduce a new way to dupe or scam. So I think we're a lot better than we were like even a month ago, and especially better than we were like 2-3 months ago. So
okay. Next question from Agent. Are you going to add anything on April Fools?
Yes, we will. I have a couple ideas. Some of them are ready to rock. I'm not sure we're going to do all of them. We have this thing. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce it or not. We have a collaboration that's happening, and it's also coming out on April 1st. So it actually will work pretty well, because you can hop in there and and there'll be something kind of pretty funny that'll only be taking place for 24 hours. But then we'll be launching another kind of collab that's starting on April 1st as well, that get more details on later. So it'll be April 1st isn't a Thursday, and it's not technically like an update day, but you'll definitely want to hop into the game on April 1st is what I'll say. And I'll also say I think the chickens are going to be retaliating for that massacre, that horrific massacre that happened not too long ago, as you all know. So
I wouldn't be surprised. The cave art in tomorrow's update is insane. It made me so sad. I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet, but it's like, oh, it's something else. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We had ideas for that, but when it was like that was pretty dead. That was amazing. I don't think we've had a Q&A since that happened or whatever, but that was hilarious. We were laughing so hard, guys. Like we had bets going on how long it was going to take, and obviously we made like the videos and stuff, poking fun at it and everything. But you guys blew away everybody's expectations. I think Yum Yum was going to be 10 days, but nobody guessed 11 hours. That's for sure. 11 and a half hours. That was amazing.
No, we did a poll with staff. Nobody said under a day, so that was crazy.
I said 2 weeks.
Yeah, you said 2 weeks. You're the only one who thought it was.
Yeah.
The next question is about the community events as well. Inky said, is the Orosaur the only main dinosaur for community events?
I guess this is as good a time as any. Our plan is to have you guys design another dinosaur, and that will be rotating probably through 3 different dinosaurs at one point. So the next one will need to be a hunter design. I'm probably stealing a lot of thunder here. Should I stop talking? Darren Yum Yum, sorry. I won't get into it, but
Too late. Gets out of the bag.
Yeah, we definitely are going to be asking for more from you guys. So we'll probably give out the Orosaur at least one more time, probably 2 more times, since this one is going to take longer. It's not 12 hours, which we were like, okay, we got to up it a lot. So our hope has always been about a month, and we're like right on track with that. Well, you guys are ahead of schedule already. You're 45% in like 11 days. So anyways, good job on that. But so you guys will probably unlock it in another 12 days or so, 12 to 15 days, my guess. But once you do, we'll have a new challenge for you. I'm excited about this next challenge, and then the next challenge will probably have a new dinosaur wrapped into there. So keep an eye out on the Discord. Get some fun ideas for a hunter, and we'll probably have you guys choose. But I'm thinking like something like a Sigmasaur or a Picodon, or something like that. The Orosaur was so great, but I hope hopefully you guys can pick a good dino name as well. So we'll have you guys give us something good.
Okay, next question is from I Am Not a Fake Stool. Will you ever be able to make it so maybe we can eat food and get buff or get stronger, like to maybe fight the dinos with our hands and stuff like that? They said, I know it's stupid, but I want to eat food and UGG and start boxing dinos.
No, for reals. I have had the same thought quite often. I think eating stuff is so fun. I think like for whatever reason in Sea of Thieves, like that when I was playing that game, there's something so satisfying about eating. And I've done a lot of VR games where you eat and it's super rewarding. But the fact that you can't just take like a chicken leg and eat it kind of sucks. The main reason we don't is because like you would accidentally do it and then you'd be like, oh crap, the loot is gone or whatever. So as far as like beefing up your guy, I think that would have to be something that comes later down the road. I love that idea though.
And Rasan asked, could you please make it so you buy saddles for people? I want to buy a saddle for my nephew.
Yeah, it's technically a lot more difficult than it seems. At least it was when we first wanted to do that. So it's a great idea. I love the idea. Yeah, the technicality behind it is the tricky part. Mostly for like security reasons and other things that I won't get into on this call. But yeah, I'd love to. It's certainly something that makes more sense for a community driven. It's supposed to be collaborative. You want to be able to buy stuff for your friends. So we'll get it in there at some point. We have to. It was always part of the design. So great question.
There's also another question about from Breakfast. Can you remove bundles from eggs? I buy bundles for exclusivity, and you can get them from normal eggs, which I think there's been a lot of rumors surrounding that recently.
Yeah, well, and rightfully so. So I'll just be 100% transparent here, so you guys are aware. We did not want to make the bundles exclusive because we wanted everyone to feel like they get everything right out of the gate, no matter what. Like you never had to pay a dime to be able to get everything we give access to. So that's how we started, and for the first couple months, that's how it was. Then we introduced a security measure that actually stopped that from happening. So accidentally, we started removing the bundles from the egg drops. So anyways, long story short, we recognized that and then fixed it so that it was back to its original intent. And then as soon as we did that, we realized the majority of people preferred it to be the other way around. And then in talking to like the Yeeps team about it and our data analysts and as a team, we realized that you can still get a Dilophosaurus for free no matter what. You don't ever have to pay anything to get every single dino, and you can trade if you really want to for that dino. So you actually still can get every single dino variant in the game without ever paying a dime. And so it's back to where it will be back to, if it's not already by tomorrow, be back to where you'll only be able to get the bundle dinos through purchasing the bundle. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I had. I think it's on to creator questions. Yum yum.
There were actually a couple that I had sent. Let me just.
Oh yeah,
I forgot.
saw those.
A few creators, where a bunch of people were asking about the day and night cycle. Want to talk about that?
Yes, I love the idea of a day-night cycle. Obviously, super immersive. The way we set up our scene to make it look as good as it is while still being performant is we do something called baked lighting, and it's really complicated to set up and to get to look good. Especially every single time we do anything in any map, we have to like rebake the lighting for the entire map. So it's really complicated. And if we were to have a day-night cycle, it would look pretty bad probably half the time, and maybe all the time it would look really bad. I don't know if you guys, for those of you who were playing during Halloween, we tried for quite a while to get it to look good at night, and we didn't do a great job. I think we did a lot better job on the second nighttime update during the Christmas update when we did that for just a couple weeks or whatever it was, because we'd figured it out. However, baking lighting just takes such a long time, and then it makes it look so much better than if we didn't bake the lighting. So we could do a day-night cycle, but it would be at the expense of like, it would just, everything would look a lot worse. So yeah, I love the idea. I just don't know if that's something that we'll be able to pull off with our current setup. Hopefully someday, because it is a great idea. And I'd love to have different dinosaurs that come out at different times of day. Like, all of that just makes all the sense in the world. So I'd love to.
There were a couple people asking about adding more like body types, beards, and just different body cosmetics like teeth, things like that.
Specific like to dinosaurs, or because we do have like teeth for Uggs right now.
More Uggs, but just more variety.
More of those, yeah. We set it up, the Uggs system, to be like uber customizable, and then we realized based off of what people were spending their like nugs on and stuff, that they were way more interested in things like hats and shoulder mounted stuff, and there were just like certain types, so we kind of like leaned into what people wanted, but I think we probably need to like work back and make sure we're continuing to introduce other things as well. So I think we did like out of the gate like 15 different types of teeth, and we released those, and they were always like 1/5 as popular as even just like a simple top hat and stuff, and so we're like, oh, people don't want teeth, and so we kind of stopped making them. But we should circle back and add those, or at least bring back the one we have made, because we have so many cosmetics that don't make it into the rotation as frequently as they probably should.
I think we have a different hairstyle coming soon, I heard.
Yeah, in somebody's hut.
Someday. Lemon asks, can you sing an Ugg song for us?
No, I can't. You do not want me to do that. Our audience would drop down to like 0. But I hear Tara has a wonderful singing voice. At least that's what her emu said.
No, I have a good rapping voice. If you saw the shorts, pretty bars.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was good. That was awesome.
Actually, Yum Yum did it on the first take. It was like perfect. I was so jealous. Mine took me like 5 times. I was so mad.
That's awesome. Yeah, check out our latest YouTube video, guys, if you haven't already.
It's not as cringy as the Unk video we made, so that's a low bar. Someone was also asking about adding the Jason mask, which I wouldn't have brought that up, but I just saw that is a possible option in the future. It's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. Halloween time, we're gonna be excited. Like last Halloween, we were just like scrambling after launch, but I'm really excited about this upcoming Halloween to do it right. So
that makes sense. I just saw the artists.
Plenty of costumes and stuff.
So I'll get it ready. That was all from ones I saw.
Awesome. So the creator questions then, is that going to be on you guys to answer, or is that one that I'm sticking around for? Okay.
Up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. No, this has been great, guys. I always love having these chats with you guys, even though I'm just like looking at a whole sea of icons and everything. But and I see the chat going, but I just completely ignore it. So I'm sure a lot of really good questions came along. But I think this format works the best, and so we'll keep doing this like once every couple weeks or whatever. Every time we hit a new achievement, we'll do it at 250,000 members. We're probably going to hit 300,000 reviews, and we'll probably do one at that point too. So just keep growing this community, guys, and keep being awesome. I like literally am just getting hit up all the time by people at Meta and other game studios, and just they are really impressed with how positive of a community this is. Like mostly in game is where they experience it, but I see that like reflected here too. And I know it's not always perfect. I know there's bad stuff that happens. I know that we could be better, and I know that like I'm like technically an unk and everything, so I'm trying my best, but I'm really a kid at heart for real. Like I spent the weekend playing mini golf and go-karts with my college roommate and stuff, because that's still where I'm at. So video games and this is our jam, and trying to make a good game and trying to take this professional careers we have and make something that we would have loved when we were younger, and frankly that love to play now, and it means a lot when I hop in and play with you guys. So anyways, I'll end with that, and look forward to chatting with you guys again sometime soon. See you.